Hello. I thought the easiest way to make this video would be just to go live. I just went live on my other channel, which is about singing. So I'm just going to do this here. My favorite productivity hacks. I am a mom. I'm an entrepreneur. I have an online business. I also am a performing artist. And so I have a lot of stuff that I do. I have a house, a dog, a yard, and I just love to do a lot of different stuff. So I thought I would like to share some of my favorite, maybe you want to call it hacks, I don't know, but things that I feel make me a lot more productive. So let me get started. The first one is affirmations. Actually, it goes together with meditation. Affirmations are kind of just phrases that I listen to every day that really motivate me, that also get deep into my brain. That, let me show you actually. I have an app called ThinkUp. And they have a free version, but I have the paid version, and I'm absolutely not getting paid by any of these apps to show you this. But this is the ThinkUp app. And what I do, I record my own affirmations, and then it does this. It plays music, and I record my own affirmations.
I am a winner.
See, these are my affirmations that I go through every day. And it really does sink deep down, and
I will achieve mastery in every area of my life.
So those are some of those, and I love that. It's really, I listen to those first thing in the morning a lot of times, or in the evening when I go to bed, and it really helps me to be in a positive mindset. So the next thing is meditation. Meditation is really great because you can definitely practice to just relax and to fade out things that are going on around you and to calm your mind. That's the most important thing, I think, calming your mind. I'm the type of person, I have a zillion, million, trillion things running around in my head at all the time. So I wake up and it's like starting to go. And even when I lie in bed at night, it's like I have all these ideas. What has really helped me is to really practice meditation. And there are some apps. I have Headspace Timer, Insight as in INSIGHT, Insight Timer. That's a free one. And there's people from all over the world putting on, just uploading meditations, which you can do a short one, a long one. You can search. Sometimes I like trust. And then it has an affirmation, a meditation about trust. Really great to start out your day positive and also end your day positive, to get your mindset in a very positive way. So the next thing is, I always do brain dumps. And I use Evernote, as I'm even looking at Evernote right here now. I use Evernote. So I have a lot of ideas throughout the day, even for my businesses or personal, or, I need to get this or that. I dump it into my phone, or, I don't know if you're a paper person, then dump it. Get it off your brain. Save RAM. Like, I always want to free RAM. Anything that's in my head takes up RAM. If I have to think about it, it's taking up space. And I don't know about you, but I can't really multitask. If I rely on myself remembering stuff, failure. It's not going to happen. So that's why I need to write things down and write them down where, it's really helpful for me. And for me, that's Evernote a lot of times, because I can access it from my computer and from my smartphone. So it's always there, and it's always on all devices where I want to have it. So really great idea. So yeah, and I like Evernote is really cool because I can just dictate. I can make a voice memo, or I can do a snapshot. I can do a video and save it. And sometimes I will Voxer. Voxer is another app. It's like a walkie-talkie kind of app. I will Voxer when I'm on the go to my assistant. I have an assistant, and then things move on. Work gets done. So action plan for the next day. So important. In the evenings, I make an action plan for the next day, not a to-do list. A to-do list is different. A to-do list is always like, I need to do this, I need to do that. But an action plan is more like, okay, I need to go to the doctor. And while I'm at the doctor, I could probably maybe write part of a chapter, and I'm writing a book right now about singing, write a chapter or take a book, read about something specific that I'm working on right now, or do some research. So like really plan out strategically to where you don't have any dead time. Now, don't confuse dead time with time for yourself, which is another hack. Sometimes it is so important just to take a step back, take a break for 30 minutes. I go for walks a lot. I love going for a walk, and I save more time by actually taking a break and then coming back fresh and kind of like, seeing it from like a distance and then coming back to it than I do when I just I don't know. Sometimes when I work on websites and online, it's like you look at it so much that you can't even see anymore what you're doing. It's like you need that fresh perspective sometimes. So I do that. Another thing, I need to have time to work out. If I don't like even move for 5 or 10 minutes and break out in a sweat, my brain doesn't work as well. My brain works so much better if I move my body. It's just that way with me. I think everybody works that way, but that's just how it is for me. And so I have some apps on my phone. I have the Freeletics, the running app, and what is the other one? The body weight. Yes. And this morning, as a matter of fact, because I didn't have a lot of time, and in the kitchen, I have a yoga mat that I roll out in the kitchen, and I will just, for 15 minutes, I will do my body weight workout. So it's just like, push-ups, knee-ups, squats, jumping jacks, and burpees. I hate burpees. I will never be able to do them right. But those kind of exercises, and it's really hard stuff, but it's just so good for my mind to exercise my body. I feel so much better. And by the way, of course, always drink lots of water. I'll take a drink right now. Okay. Yeah. Doing mindless activities and pairing them. So there's stuff that you can do. Like I can't multitask, which, nobody really can. Sequentially, yes, but you can't really do two things at the same time and actually focus. But you can do two things that don't really require your focus and concentration. Like I can vacuum and listen to an audiobook, or I can drive the car and make a phone call. Those are things that I can do. And I don't ever, like when I'm actually, as a matter of fact, I'm always very much looking forward when I have a long drive with a car, because then I have an opportunity to really listen to my audiobooks and to my podcasts that I love, and learn. I just love it. In peace, like to actually listen to a whole bit. And I love biographies. They really inspire me. I listened to the audiobook of Total Recall. That's the Arnold Schwarzenegger biography. I also listened to this Steve Jobs, which was like 30 hours almost long. But it's just so interesting to me. I learn a lot that way. And so you can do those mindless activities and pair them. Like when you're doing housework, you can do like listen to something and learn. You can learn language that way. Another thing is, create systems, routines, and processes for you and your family. So it's so much easier when you have a process, when you have like a system in place, or even routines. I actually made for my daughter, I don't have it here right now, but I actually made for my daughter, I made a chart. She can't read yet. She's starting school this fall. I made a chart with pictures. So she knows in the morning, she's supposed to make her bed. She's supposed to feed the dog, put her dishes away after breakfast, into the dishwasher, and brush her teeth. And then, like in the evening, she needs to put her clothes out for the next day. So all these things, I just put pictures, and I explained to her what those mean. And now she can just do her task list, which is really cool. And I mean, she's 5, turning 6 soon. So, I mean, she's not that little, and I can just really ask her to do a few chores here and there. And routines. For my assistant, I have a spreadsheet that says on Mondays, this is what's done and this is the process. I created videos actually of like walking him through the stuff, but really making processes and making, even for yourself, to actually say, okay, this is how I'm going to do that. And this is the way I'm going to always do it. It's really going to save you time because you don't have to think about how do I go about doing this? You don't have to think about it. I mean, once it's become a habit, it's easy. So processes, and even for your family, just include your family. Just tell them, okay, this is how we do it. This is efficient, and let's just do it that way. It'll really help me. So email and social media, these are time hogs. And so I'm in Facebook a lot because I work in Facebook a lot. I have a free group that I host that has like 1,800 members in it. And I have a small group. It's a secret group where those are people who pay for one of my programs. And we have a group there. So I'm constantly in there every day, but I bulk it. I don't just, whenever someone comments, I don't just jump in there immediately. I consciously sit down, look at it, work off my list, and then get off. And then I don't look. I turned off all notifications on my phone, everything. Only when I get a personal text message like WhatsApp or Voxer or like a text, only then will I get a notification, or if a phone call comes in. Other than that, no app gives me notifications because it's going to ding, ding, ding all the time. And this is very distracting. And I am distracted. When it dings, I'm like, oh, what's happening? I don't know. It always makes everyone feel important, I think, when you think like, oh, something's happening. Somebody wants something from me. And of course, everybody always wants a piece of you, but just cut it off. And email also, I'm really bad about this and I'm trying to get better, but just don't check email like all the time, constantly. And I'm bad, like my phone, it has the email app on there. And I just, when I'm out and about, I'm like, oh, let's see if another email came in. And they're like, of course, I want to see those emails that say you just made a sale in my online business. I like those. And maybe that's why I check it. But then, people ask questions and you can't really. I had a huge mosquito bite here from yesterday. It's kind of itching now. But it's just really a good idea to go to zero inbox. And what I did to my inbox, I have Gmail, but I created a lot of subfolders. And I try, when something comes in, and once or twice a day, I sit down and try to check my email, and not just check, but actually work it off. Just, check it off. And so I'm thinking, what do I need to do with this email? And if it's something I need to keep, maybe I make another video about even just how I do email. If it's something I need to keep as a resource, I put it in that folder, like account information. Those emails that you always get when you sign up somewhere and it has like your account verification, or sometimes it has some info in there that you are going to need, like your username. I move it into a folder so I have access, because I am not going to print it all out. I ain't printing stuff out. I just, no. This is too much work. It's like, it needs to be quick. I'm bad about doing updates of any software because I'm always using software when I'm using it. And then I'm like, no, I don't have time to update right now. So go away, stupid message. And I'm bad about that. I know you do need to do updates for security sometimes, but getting your email down to zero and trying to not check it constantly, but only when you actually have time to check it off, take action on what you need to do, and then move it away from your inbox to where you can delete it out of your inbox. Really good idea to do that. Time blocking, deep work. I read a book probably last year that's named Deep Work. Can't remember the author right now, but Deep Work is I actually read it twice. It was really awesome because it's true that you do your best work, not when you just start and then start again and then get interrupted and then you have to start again. And like the getting started part is usually the hardest, and like setting up and getting started. And I'm writing a book right now. So the hardest thing is always just to start. Once you get into the flow, it just moves so much easier and so much more can be accomplished in a short amount of time. So it's really important to time block when you have like something where you know you really have to concentrate and do like deep work, to actually block it off and allow yourself to get into this deep work kind of mode. Very, very useful. Deep work. Got to get that book. It's really awesome. Very motivating to just like block off. He talks about also just blocking off all the email and not, people cannot reach you at all. And yeah. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, batching kind of goes with that. When I, like on my other YouTube channel, my Freya Casey, I'm a vocal coach and I have a bunch of singing tutorials there. I always batch my videos. I batch whatever I can. Like I have a podcast also. I batch and I record several, because the setting up part, you know, you got to put on makeup and look nice and then put the camera up, which, you know, I don't have it set up to where it can always just stay at the same spot there. Set it up, focus it, and put on the mic, all that stuff. And I always batch it. It's so much faster because I save a lot of time not starting all over every time, just doing 10 videos and then I could just release them out. Okay, yeah, and almost just 3 more points. Music. It totally motivates me. Music, there's an app called Focus at Will. It's also, you can get it on desktop and on an app. I don't have it. It costs money, but that is one. You can just choose music that fits the mood, and it like working or working out or relaxing kind of music. I have some playlists on Spotify that I access, like when I work out or when I do housework. I need that motivation kind of music. I need that, yeah. And then I'm actually loving then doing housework, because I can listen to music and dance along, and then I could just vacuum, and I don't know, it's fun. And you know, I will be like, it's so much more fun to wipe the countertops in rhythm. Yeah, so much more fun. So another thing, just 2 more things. Say no to everything. Well, to almost everything. This is something I have started to do for the past year, and my life has become so much better. And it's like, I have the feeling like I can actually live my life. I used to always think, because I get a lot of requests for gigs. I'm a performing artist, you know, I'm a singer, go like performing everywhere. A lot of requests. And like, yes, I did make money with it too, always. Still do. And people wanting me to do studio recordings and this and that. And then people like ask me, can I take lessons with you? Do you have another spot available? And you know what? I started to say no to almost everything. I asked myself, is this really important in the long run? Is this going to bring me exactly where I want my life to be in the future? And yes, of course, you have to make money sometimes. And just like, you know, sometimes you can't be like so decadent to say, oh, I just don't feel like doing that right now. But I don't know. I can get much better gigs when I don't just say yes to everything. I very selectively say yes. A couple years ago, I always have a theme for the year. And a couple years ago, my theme of the year was, my motto was less but better. So that's what I try to do. I try to do less, but do it really well. So yeah, just less but better. Say no to almost everything. And you don't have to do everything that you're asked. You can't. It's your life. And lastly, what I think is really important is that I always think of the end. Like, what is the end? What is the end result I want? Like the book I'm writing, it really helps me every day to think, okay, I'm actually envisioning, I'm picturing that book. I'm holding it in my hands. I don't have a book here right now. I have a calendar, but like I'm holding it in my hands. And it's like, yes, I'm going to flip through this book and I'm going to have this book in my hands and I can give it to people. And people are going to hold this book in their hands, and it's going to help them. It's going to be out there in the world, like sending off a ship, or even anything else. Like I'm always thinking of the end goal I want in my life. Like, what is it that I want my life to be like in like 5 years from now? Is this what I'm doing now? Is this going to contribute to what I want my life to be like? If it's absolutely not, then should I do it? Probably not. If it's going to suck out a lot of time and energy, and sometimes your gut feeling, when someone gives you a call and he's like, yeah, can I ask you to do this? Or like, I got a call for a gig for New Year's Eve, and it was going to be in town. How convenient. And it was going to pay well. But I had promised my daughter that for the first time in her life, I was not going to go to a gig. I was not going to have a performance, and I was going to be with her. Mom's going to be home. And so I was called by this venue, and they asked, can you come? Are you still available? And I instantly felt that cringy feeling inside of my gut. It's like, oh, but it's good money, but ooh, no. And so I said no. I was like, immediately when someone asked, by now I really listen to my body. Your body has so much wisdom. My body tells me instantly if I have a knot in my stomach, or like this excitement of, ooh, yes, I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times people ask you for something and you're like, okay, but actually you're like, oh, as soon as you hang up the phone, it's like, oh my goodness, I really don't want to do it. What did I get myself into? So yeah, don't say yes to anything unless it's really, really, really gonna bring it, play. It's a lot easier just to do it live. And now it's on. I don't have to do any editing. It was fun. And I hope everyone having a wonderful, wonderful day. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked. And I may do some more lives. It is easier. And yeah. Have a wonderful day. And my motto is always keep a song in your heart. At least listen to music, and then you will always feel better. Bye now.